Why your best agency clients are quietly planning to leave. If your Amazon agency runs creative refreshes every quarter, you're giving your competitors 3 months a year to walk into your accounts. Here's what the agencies winning right now do instead. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 3 image tests every Amazon agency should be running every single month on every active account. Not every quarter, not every campaign launch, every month. I'll show you which tests to run, the data behind why these 3 matter more than any other test you could pick, and the numbers we have pulled from over 30 A/B tests across our portfolio. Stay until the end because the 3rd test is the one almost nobody runs, and it is the one with the biggest conversion lift by a long way. Why quarterly creative refresh is killing your retention. Most agencies treat creative as a project. The client onboards, you ship a refresh in a month or 2, and then you do not touch the images again until month 8. By month 4, the data has shifted under you. Competitor listings have updated. Amazon has nudged the mobile interface again. The hero image that converted at 6% back in April, well, that's now converting at 4.2% in July. And nobody on the account team has even checked. This is how clients leave you. Not in a big blow up, not because the agency did something wrong, just slow decay. The client watches the numbers drift, hears nothing from you about it, and starts taking sales calls from your competitors. By the time you notice, the renewal email has already gone unanswered for a week. Here at Horizon, we manage over 200 brands. The accounts that retain 90% plus year over year, well, they all have one thing in common. They have a creative testing cadence. Monthly, not optional, not a special project for big clients only. Every account, every month. Here is the thing that changed. Until about a year ago, monthly creative testing was not realistic for most agencies. You could not run 3 image variants per month per client, when each variant cost $1,200 and took 6 weeks. The math killed that idea before it left the meeting room. Now that AI image generation has dropped the per image cost to under $3 and the turnaround to under 2 minutes, the math really does work. The only real question left is whether you build the testing system or your competitor builds it first. So, which test actually moved the numbers? Well, across 30 plus A/B tests in our portfolio, 3 tests delivered 84% of the wins. These are 3. Test 1, the hero image angle test. The hero image is the single most valuable pixel real estate on Amazon. It is what people see in search results, and it is what they see in sponsored placements. It is what they see in the brand store, and if the image does not stop the scroll, nothing else on the listing matters because nobody clicked through to read it. Here's what most agencies do wrong. They pick a hero image once during onboarding, they lock it in, and they never touch it. 6 months later, they wonder why their clients' listings feel like every other listing on the page. The test you should run every month is a hero image angle test. Take your current hero image, generate 3 alternative angles using your AI image tool. 3 quarter view from above, front facing with subtle perspective, or maybe a side profile with slight packaging context if the category allows. Run each as a split test for 2 weeks using Amazon's Manage Your Experiments feature. You should track the click-through rate and the unit session percentage. In our portfolio, the hero image angle test delivered an average click-through lift of around 11%. And that is not a small number. 11% more clicks at the same ad spend, that means 11% more sales, 11% more reviews over time, and a real bump in organic ranking. Compounded across a year, that is the difference between a client renewing for 2 years and a client renewing for 4. Here is the part that surprises agency owners the first time they run this. The winning angle, it's rarely the one your client originally picked. About 7 times out of 10, the AI-generated variant beats the original studio shot. And that's not because AI is magic. It's because most original hero images were just chosen by a gut feel 6 months ago in a meeting room and never tested against anything else. If you wanted to try this with Soluna, you can use the code Soluna30, and that gets you 30% off your first month. You can generate the 3 test variants in under 5 minutes once your product brain is set up for the client. Test 2, the lifestyle versus white background test. This is the test in position 2 of your image gallery, the image that sits right after the hero in customer scroll. On mobile, where over 70% of the Amazon purchases take place right now. This image is the one that either confirms the click or it sends the customer back to search results. Most listings put a white background product shot in position 2. I mean, it's safe, it is clean, and it also does nothing for the customer who is trying to picture the product in their own life. The test is simple. Run your white product background image against a lifestyle image of the same product in use. 2-week split. Track unit percentage, which is Amazon's name for conversion rate. Across the tests we ran, lifestyle images in position 2 beat white background shots 72% of the time. The average lift was around 14%. For some catalogs, the lift was over 30%. Categories where context matters more than spec sheets, such as kitchen products or home decor, pet products, fitness gear. Beauty, anywhere the product looks similar to 100 others on the page, and the customer needs to see the difference at a glance. There is a deeper reason why this test wins. Lifestyle images do not just sell the product, they sell the version of the customer's life that includes the product. A white background image sells the product as a thing on a shelf. There is no shelf in the customer's house. There's a kitchen counter, a yoga mat, a dog standing on a rug. Show that. Now here's the catch most agencies have always hit with this test. Producing lifestyle imagery the old way, well, that meant a whole photo shoot. Models and props, location scouts, the whole production. You're talking $5,000 in 6 weeks at the minimum, which is exactly why most listings still have a white background shot sitting in section 2 right now. The cost killed the test before anyone could run with it. With AI generation, the cost killer goes away. You can generate 20 lifestyle variants of the same product in different scenes with different audiences in under an hour. Run 3 against the white background control. Pick the winner. Ship the winner. Run the next test next month. Test 3, the A+ Content Hero Module Test. This is the test that almost nobody runs, and it is the one with the biggest conversion lift on average across our portfolio. The A+ content section sits below the bullets, below the price, and below the fold on mobile. Most customers who reach it, they're already considering buying. The job of A+ is to just close them. The test is the hero module at the top of A+. Specifically, text heavy versus visual benefit communication. Text heavy looks like a headline, 3 bullet points about features, maybe a paragraph about a brand story. Visual benefit, on the other hand, is the opposite. It's a large image that shows a product solving a specific problem, with maybe 1 short line of supporting text. The whole module communicates in about 3 seconds of looking, not 30 seconds of reading. Across our portfolio tests, visual benefit hero modules beat text-heavy hero modules in conversions 81% of the time. The average lift was over 20%. 20% conversion lift on traffic that was already on the page. That is pure margin for the client. That is the kind of number that ends up in a thank you email from the brand owner. The reason this test wins is the same reason the lifestyle test wins. Customers do not want to read about your client's product. They want to see whether it solves their problem. A picture of the product solving the problem communicates that in a glance. A paragraph about features asks the customers to do reading that they did not sign up for. Producing A+ modules used to be the most expensive single asset on a listing. Custom illustration, copywriting, 3 rounds of design, revisions, $2,000 to $4,000 per module easily, which is why most agencies build the A+ once at onboarding and they never touch it again. With AI image generation, plus a tight brief, a full A+ hero module can be assembled in under 30 minutes. You can run 3 versions per month, per client, and pick winners. The math that makes this whole system work. Let's add up what this looks like across just a single client account. 3 tests per month, 3 variants per test. That's 9 images per test cycle, 27 images per month per client. At $3 per image through Saluna, that's $81 in tool cost per client per month. You can add roughly an hour of strategist time at $150, let's say, for an hour for setup, results, review, reporting. The total cost to your agency, that makes it around $230 per client per month. Now, let's look at the upside. 11% click-through lift on Hero Test, 14% conversion lift on the Lifestyle Test, 20% conversion lift on the A+ test. These don't stack perfectly because of the overlap, but compounded, they typically deliver a 30 to 40% revenue lift over 6 months for the brands that run them consistently. For a client doing $300,000 a month in Amazon revenue, that is $90,000 to $120,000 a month in additional sales for $230 in cost on your side. Now that is the kind of math you put on a renewal call. The client does not have to think hard about whether to renew when you can show them their own dashboard with their own numbers next to your own testing log. How to build this into your agency workflow. If you want to systemize this without it becoming chaos, here is the actual build. 1. Add a creative testing line item to every retainer at onboarding. Make it standard, not optional. And that's gonna be $200 to $400 per month per account. Easy upsell and almost no cost on your side, with huge perceived value on the client side. 2. Set a monthly testing calendar. Hero test in week 1 and 2 of the month, Lifestyle test in week 2 and 3, and then A+ test in week 3 and 4. You should stagger them so that something is always running, and then the workload smooths out across the team. 3. Build a shared reporting template. 1 slide per test, varying images side by side, 2-week results, winner, lift percentage, what you're testing next month. Send that to the client monthly, and that single document is going to be the reason your client renews next year. It is proof of work and proof of result all on one page. 4. Train every account manager on the workflow once. Document the steps, and then the process runs itself without you in every meeting. Wrapping this up, the agencies that build monthly testing into the core service over the next 12 months, they will widen the gap between themselves and everyone still doing quarterly creative refreshes. The cost barrier that used to make this idea impossible is now gone. The only thing in the way now is the system. Build the system, run the tests, show the data, and the retention takes care of itself. Until next time.